Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Hope you're well. Today I'm in Luminar Neo and I've got a quick tip for you. And this tip is all about how you finish an edit. Many times I talk about how you start an edit, but I feel like edits often kind of fall apart at the very end. And that's because we get to the end and we think we're like, I just need a little something extra, just a little push in certain direction, but you may not know the direction. And what often happens, at least for me, and I'm guilty of this as anybody, is I go a little too far, right? So this video is a quick tip about how you can make sure you don't do that and how you get the result that you want at the very end of your edit. This is the photo. Now, of course, I've already done the edit, right? So I've done a lot of my usual stuff, develop raw, super contrast, some color work, a couple of masks with develop, a little bit of structure, a little bit of toning to get the colors just right. Before and after, right? Before and after, you can see what I've done. So in this video, what I want to talk about is my quick tip for making sure that you get that nice little pop at the end without going over the top. Now, if you've been here before, there's a couple of different ways I've talked about this in the past. The first one is going into develop and maybe adding a little bit of contrast, maybe pulling down the highlights, playing with the shadows a little bit, and just adjusting the light overall, maybe even the color temperature. And that works totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. That's not the method we're going to talk about. The second thing I've done in the past, and both of these previous methods are still good methods, right? The second one is going into Accent AI and getting a radial gradient and just kind of popping your subject. You drag the radial and you just kind of line it up across your subject and then give it a little bit of Accent AI. And I like that method a lot. It works really well, but you do have to be careful, and that's because Accent AI does light, it does color, it does all kinds of things, so it really can pop the image. It's great, but you have to be careful. But that's not what we're going to do either. And just to make sure these are all deleted, I'm going to go into my tools and delete those, and I'm back to my photo as I had it. Now, this tool came out last fall, and it's called Light Depth. And this is what I want to talk about as my quick tip because it's so fantastic and it's so useful. And that it's going to give you the ability to pop a little bit of light on your subject without going over the top. So I just like to drag a little bit, maybe 25. I want to line my mask up just right. And you can see what's happening here with the light. What I want to do is get it a little bit broader and get it really on that mountain there. And this is shot in Iceland. This is called Vestrahorn. I'm going to soften the mask a little bit. The cool thing is, and the reason I like this method is because it's great control over the light, allows you to create that mask and just get it just right, which is kind of what I'm doing, dialing it in. But you also have the ability to adjust temperature, foreground, background, and subject. And that's what these sliders are for. You may know that already, right? So I'm going to give it a tiny bit more warmth, but the brightness near is automatically reduced by 50. I'm going to leave it at that. Brightness far, automatically reduced to 50. I'm going to go a little bit darker, and then you can adjust the warmth as well. I'm going to cool them off, both far and near. So I'm creating an additional color contrast or color tension. Brighter, warmer subject, darker, cooler foreground and background. And the ability to use light depth and adjust that mask and dial it in just right is a great way to wrap up the edit on a photo before and after. One more time, before and after. As you can see, nice little pop of light on my subject really draws the eye in, darken the top and the bottom, so the foreground and the background, made them both cooler, made a little bit warmer on the subject, and the ability to have these extra sliders just comes in so handy. And that's why light depth is such a great tool. I tend to use it on just about every photo, but now I'm starting to use it as my final touch instead of Accent AI or Develop, as I already showed you, because it gives you that one little extra oomph without going too far, without going over the top, and giving you complete control in the process. If you enjoyed this video, check out my free ebook at the link down below where I talk all about Luminar Neo. It's available to anyone that subs to my email newsletter, and it's like 28 pages of information, tips, tricks, all that. Great asset to help you get up to speed and get better at editing in Luminar Neo. Hope this video helped. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with more videos and more quick tips. You guys take care. Appreciate you hanging out. Until next time, adios.